One thing most teachers notice when they first look over OpenSciEd units is how much group work there is. That's both enticing and sometimes concerning. Is it really worth the time and effort to make this productive? In many classrooms, group work is used as a management strategy, a way to mix things up, make class time more interesting and interactive, to get students talking or moving around. In OpenSciEd, it's those things and something more. It's a way to really dial up the thinking and problem-solving students are doing. Turns out, we're better at figuring things out when we do it with other people, and we can all benefit from engaging with the thinking of others. In this video, we will take a closer look at the reasoning behind our approach to group discussions and activities, and how it can support your own teaching. The first thing we want to do is shift our frame just a little bit by calling this something other than group work. Instead, we're going to call it collective sense-making. Why make this change? Does a label really matter very much? One reason is that the term collective sense-making covers a broader range of classroom structures, from traditional lab groups to whole class discussions. The second and more important reason is that it highlights the real goal. We're working collectively on figuring something out, or sense-making. In OpenSciEd, we're asking students to do some pretty heavy lifting. It's not about exchanging simple facts. We're working together to develop mechanisms, models, and scientific explanations for complex phenomena. Let's look at what's actually happening when kids are engaged in collective sense-making. Whether you've got kids clustered around a lab table or working as a whole group in a scientist circle. First, when you hear someone else's thinking, you have to understand what it is the other person is saying. You have to take it in, interpret it, and ask yourself, is that the same as what I'm thinking? That means you have to articulate your own understanding or initial ideas and compare them to what you are hearing. And that's not all. When you are engaging with the thinking of others, you may also need to practice perspective taking, ask questions, and consider the evidence they are using to make their case. These ways of thinking are hard to do alone, but they are key to deep learning. This is so different from what a student listening in a more passive way to a lecture or even a peer presentation might be doing. Being in a group with a collective goal of figuring something out changes how we interact with the information coming in. Even if students end up with the same idea they started with, they become more confident in it. Collective sense-making also does something else. It makes it okay to be confused. It makes figuring things out more joyful, and it creates space for everyone's ideas. Yes, collective sense-making takes time, but it's time well spent. It's some of the highest leverage, most impactful learning opportunities you can provide for your students. Every one of those moments, comparing, questioning, explaining, deepens learning. If you're concerned about the amount of group work in OpenSciEd, we hope this helps you see why it's worth it. If it still feels hard, there are strategies and structures to help you help your kids engage with the thinking of others. The OpenSciEd materials have lots of suggestions, and so do your colleagues and other videos in this collection. The first step may just be a little recalibration to remember the purpose and the payoff.